Welcome to my first video of 2025. If you're new here, first off, welcome. Welcome to my channel. Every year I like my first video for that year to be just a recap of the previous year, setting goals and what I'm looking forward to for this coming year. And as I say in all of these videos, I don't put pressure on myself to complete these goals. I try and look at it as more of taking time to just sit down and reflect. Reflect on the year, reflect on what I wanted to achieve. I think it's nice. I enjoy setting goals for myself to have something to work towards, but I really try to not make myself feel bad when I don't meet those goals, or if my year didn't turn out the way I anticipated. I think that's really negative. Don't set yourself up. Don't set yourself up for that. I think it's very important to be gentle on yourself. So, again, I'm a broken record with that. I don't want anyone to think that I'm pushing you to make goals for yourself, or even to look back on your year. It just, for me, it's something I enjoy doing. It's really, and it's the same for a lot of people. It's the time to reflect. This is when I do it. I can't say I stop mid-July and I'm just reflecting on my year. Okay, with that out of the way, I just want to recap 2024 in a general sense. I said last year in my video that I wouldn't mind if 2024 was another blended, relaxed type of year. And I think for the most part it was, so I'm super happy about that. It was, a pretty good year. There were things that I accomplished for myself personally that I'm really proud of. And, there wasn't anything crazy that happened, or something that, I should say, there wasn't anything that set me back. So yeah, I think 2024 was, all in all, a pretty good year. So, just short and sweet. There's really nothing for me to kind of lament about or even gush about. And I really don't want to make this video too long. So, yeah, 2024 was a good year for me. So, to look at what my goals were for 2024, one of them was to start chunking my anxiety, mental health issues, just kind of chunk them together, break them down, I guess is more of a correct term. And what I mean by that is, in previous years I was very general of just, I want to focus on my mental health and kind of bettering that, but it didn't really go anywhere because I didn't really choose one to focus on. It was just overwhelming. So last year I said that I really wanted to work on kind of chunking it out, breaking it down. And I chose phone anxiety and advocating for myself more, and the advocation was for doctors and appointments, things like that, more than just in general. And I want to say the phone anxiety, I don't feel like that here or haven't watched any of my videos, I work from home, and not a large portion, but some aspects of my job do require me at times to pick up the phone and reach out to someone I don't know or I'm not familiar with. So be that a complete stranger or maybe somebody affiliated with my company that I don't typically talk to, and that brings me so much anxiety. So much anxiety, where I would just, make myself sick. I would kind of put off the phone call and just worry about it nonstop. It would consume my whole work day, my whole evening, and then, the following work day until I had to make that call. So I really love my job. I don't want it to sound like I don't. It's just, having that anxiety and that being part of the job, it's just, it's something I really wanted to overcome. Because again, I really, really do love my job. I feel so blessed for the position that I'm in. And I don't want this small thing, though it doesn't feel small to me. I don't want something like phone anxiety to just take this job away from me. So I really wanted to work at it, and I'm getting there. It's a process. I watched like a lot of videos too, even just on YouTube, where I'm not in sales or anything, but like, sales, it's hard, or at least I hear it's hard. You gotta like pick up the phone, and you do have to deal with rejection and whatnot, and you have to decide if what you're working towards or what you're working for, if that's greater than your anxiety of picking up that phone, and my job definitely is. So I do have to remind myself of that. If that wasn't the case, then you gotta go, you gotta get out. But I know that I love my job, I want to keep my job, and I remind myself of that. This small anxiety of just picking up that phone and interacting with someone, I don't want to lose my job over not being able to handle that. So that has helped. I definitely still get very anxious about it. I will, for the most part, with my job, there are steps to take before I have to pick up the phone and call. So, I'm very thorough with those steps and my research before I have to pick up that phone. So there's that. I've gotten better with my research, but I've also, I just have to accept it. I have to accept that, you gotta pick up the phone, you gotta make calls. I definitely feel like I'm rambling here, but I kind of just want to say like what I was looking at. So there was that of like, is what you're working towards bigger than the issue? And then like specifically for sales is what I was looking at. It was just, and it goes for a lot of things with anxiety, it's just repetition and exposure. So if I do it enough, it's going to become routine for the most part. And I find that to be true. I really do, because yes, I am anxious to pick up that phone and initiate a conversation with a stranger. But once you do the first call and kind of prepare yourself, it does get easier. So long story short, I am getting better at it. So I am not going to say again that that was a fail. It's just Sometimes phone calls are few and far between, thank goodness. But it does make it sometimes a little bit harder to get better at it. And I'm not self-sacrificing. I don't know. I want to get better at it, but I don't want to like go out of my way to be like, okay, team, give me all your calls. Should I do that? Maybe. But for now, for all of 2024, I was perfectly fine with, if I had to make that call, let's get a little bit better at it, let's get a little bit faster, let's get a little less anxious, and just do it. So, I didn't have many, but I did see an improvement. The other goal, it was advocating for myself, specifically with like doctor's visits and just health, just due to having had issues in the past, and I definitely failed at that, but I do just want to quickly pat myself on the back. Though I did not advocate for myself at the doctor's office, in general, I'm just not very good at kind of standing up for myself when it comes to like work as well. In my personal life, I have no problem, but when it comes to going to the doctors and speaking up, and at work, kind of like speaking up for like what I want, I really, really struggle with that. I had, a 9-year job before my current job where, and I've talked about this in previous videos, where I just really struggled with that. But again, long story short, I am rambling so much in this video. But I really did step up and put my foot down on a lot of issues. Not even issues per se, but paths that I didn't want to take with my current job. And I'm pretty proud of myself. Especially since I feel like I would have caved in the past, because, when you say, no, I don't want to do this, that should be the end of the story. Or, if who you're speaking with wants you to elaborate and you can have a conversation on it, that's perfectly fine. But then it should be the end of the story. I shouldn't have to repeat myself. And that wasn't the case this year. Nothing horrible. It was just, I said multiple times, no, I do not want to do that. And I had to repeat myself to different. Sorry, my camera gave out there. So, where was I? It was just difficult this year. I had to repeat myself multiple times and kind of stand my ground on why I didn't want to do something. And before, in my previous job, in previous, even 2023, I probably would have caved and just did what they wanted me to do. Again, nothing bad. It's just, it doesn't have to be something bad for you to say no, if that makes sense. It's not what I want to do. It's not hurting anyone for me not to do it. So, and other people don't struggle with this, 7 other people would say no, and then it would get to me, and I don't want to do it. It's okay for me to say no. And that's so vague, but I think those of you that have that same issue understand. So I'm very proud that I did advocate for myself. I did stand up for myself. self speak out for myself. I have my back. I have my back this year, and I'm really, really proud of that. So, yeah, didn't happen with the doctors, but happened at work, so semi-fail, semi-success, but I feel successful. My next goal for 2024 was a cleaning schedule. I was really tired of just a lot of my cleaning being pushed to Saturday and Sunday. I wanted more balance, and I mostly failed at that, even though I made a schedule. And even though 2024 was, I think, a good year, a lot of issues did pop up. I feel like I got sick a lot. I injured my back. A lot of house issues popped up. Are these excuses? Maybe, but that's fine. I don't mean for them to be excuses. I just mean to say I don't think it was 100% a failure, because there are things that have stuck that I have taken away from weekend cleaning, and I still have the schedule, so I just need to kind of get back into the groove of it, but having that schedule really did help, so semi-fail on that. My next goal in 2024 was to work on my sensory overload issues. I just get overwhelmed very quickly, be it by, task-wise, just sound-wise, feeling-wise. I get very overwhelmed pretty quickly, and I really wanted to just communicate that more. When I have sensory overload, it's like I'm very quick to agitate and get angry, and I felt that it was confusing the people around me. Oh, she is just an angry person, and I didn't like that. I didn't think that was fair to me. I didn't think that was fair to them. So my goal was to just essentially communicate when I was feeling that, and just try and take a step back and breathe and just kind of decompress a bit, as opposed to just trying to ignore it, getting agitated, getting angry, and yeah, coming off like an a-hole, essentially. So I want to say I definitely succeeded at that. I am loads better with communicating. I don't think that's ever gonna go away. I'm still very quick to just be overloaded. I just can't help it. Just if there's just sounds, or if I'm working on this task and I have this task and then something else pops up, I can balance them and juggle, but it's, how do you say it? It's detrimental to my own self, I guess. Others might not know that I'm feeling overwhelmed, but I'm slowly building this overload, and then I just kind of snap. So I am very good now at just letting people know when I'm getting overwhelmed. Not so much with work, but even that even wasn't my main concern, because again, I am good at not letting it interfere with my work. It's more so my personal life, where that might bleed into it, where I wanted to get better at communicating music's really loud and I'm not in the mood, I'm not in the mindset to listen to music, and I'm like focused on this task, it really throws me off. It's like nails on a chalkboard almost type feeling, and it's just, you feel like you have like 50 million different people like talking and swaying all over you, and it's just, yeah, it's a lot. That's how it feels like for me. And I'm really, really good at letting my partner know, hey, I'm just way past my limit here, just sensory overload. I need to take a step back, or, I just need a little space right now. Or like, can we turn that music down? Can we turn that TV down? Can we kind of switch gears, switch tasks, switch topics, and then of course, like, we can circle back to it, or we can still listen to the music. Just maybe let's just turn it down just a little bit until I can relax. And I think that's it. I mean, I know it's definitely helped. Yeah, just to be able to communicate that. It is my, like, does the world pander to me? Like, does everything have to stop because I'm feeling overwhelmed? No. So, that doesn't mean I always essentially get my way, which is fine, but that wasn't really my goal. It was more of like the communication aspect, like letting them know I'm gonna be quiet for the next bit because I'm just way overwhelmed. Like, I'm very overwhelmed right now, so, and that's fine, but yeah, I'm really proud of myself about communicating that. And I think, or at least I hope, how I am perceived by others is a little bit better, more so by my partner. That's really was my main concern, because he would get the brunt of, my agitation, because, we're around each other all the time, for the most part. Meaning he's like the sole person that I'm around. So yes, I feel very good with that one, and that even kind of goes into my other goal in 2024, which was to work on others' perception of me. There's a fuzzy falling, so I'm looking at it, but yeah, that was a goal to, I don't know, I know I did just kind of briefly touch on that with overstimulation and sensory overload and getting angry and others not really knowing why. I think in that sense, I may have met it, and in that sense I understand it, but I don't typically, and I don't want this to sound bad or not in the way I intend it to come off, but I don't normally care how those around me in real life perceive me, work-wise, and like at the doctors and things like that. I do. That's one of my big struggles, again, for advocation, is like how they perceive me, but that's not what it sounded like I was referring to when I rewatched that video. It was more about, like, it sounded like it was more about the perception of those around me and not in relation to overstimulation. So I don't think I met that, because I haven't really worked on that. I know I was saying that I have a pretty dry humor at times, and I do. I think there was one person in particular I was thinking me, their perception of me. I think just like most people, how you perceive someone is, I want to say, like, it's a lot of it has to do with like yourself internally, how you're viewing them as opposed to how they really are. Meaning that I can't really control that. So there isn't really a way for me to essentially fix that. You know, if somebody's looking for me to react and behave how I did, goodness, like 15 years ago, then the second they see something, that's it. They're gonna, like, even like a small twitch or like a little facial expression that like reminds them of how I was 15 years ago. That's who I am to them, and that's on them. Even like I was, again, I have a dry humor. I was 15 years ago probably, like more, I mean, I was younger, so I was like more rambunctious, very like quick to wanna jump in and like protect, I guess. Though of course I want to protect, still I'm not as confrontational about it. I kind of pick and choose my battles, like what's actually worth it. And yeah, I'm rambling on that. I don't need to get into the specifics, but yeah, I feel like that's what that goal was talking about in that video. And I can't change that. That's out of my hands. I'm not going to change my humor. I'm not going to try and work for somebody to see me a different way. It's about, you know, spending time together and them realizing that I'm not that person. I'm not stuck in time. I'm not, you know, 16 anymore. So, yeah. I can't even say I failed or succeeded. I just think, I don't know why I put that goal in there. And then the last goal that I had for in 2024 was ASMR related, and that was just to relax and have fun. And I definitely think I succeeded at that. I really wanted to just this year not really worry if I missed uploading. I just wanted to communicate. I feel like communication was key for a lot of my goals in 2024. And though I definitely don't like when I miss my schedule or if something came up, and I didn't feel good that I wasn't uploading because I really enjoy this, I didn't let it like really get me down like I did in previous years. I also think that I was good at communicating it on my community post on YouTube, because I'm still horrible at Instagram and all that stuff. So for that, yeah, I feel like I succeeded. I have had to take quite a few breaks this year. I'm not sure if it was more or less than in 2023, but I did try and let all of you know on my community post what was going on or when I would be back, things like that. So yeah, I feel pretty good about that one. So that brings me on to my goals for 2025, and they're just, I've been loving, I really enjoyed, like, 2023 was a very just relaxed year. 2024 was a very relaxed year. And I'm hoping for another one. I'm hoping for 2025 to be just very relaxed. And my goals are just very laid back. nothing like crazy out there or anything. My first goal is to just continue working on my work issues. So my phone anxiety, I need to get better at that. And that's just an ongoing, like that's something I feel like I'm going to be working at for a bit, for a few years. Like I said, I've had that my whole life. Yeah, that's something that I do want to continue working on again because I love my job so much, and it is an aspect at times. And one day I would really like to just pick up the phone like a normal person and not have to, not have to freak out about it. I know a lot of people, when you speak to them, they're like, oh no, like I get it. I too feel that jitter or like nervous, etc. when I have to pick up the phone, but I don't know. I mean, maybe they do understand, but it's like, it's next level, when you're making yourself sick and you're like, it's all you can think about, which I've gotten better at that. But that's what I'm dealing with. I want to one day pick up the phone and just not have that. I don't want to have even a 5-minute, freak out session. I will always be, of course, a, script person. I always, type out a general outline of what I'm gonna say. So I'm not, fumbling and feeling like an idiot or awkward on top of my anxiety, but yeah, one day I would just really like to just be like, oh, what a bummer, I have to make that call, and that sucks, but here we go. That would be amazing for me. And then bumping over from 2024 to 2025, I'm taking the advocacy portion as well, and that's still with work, or I guess I'm adding that with work because I did that a lot in 2024. I want to make sure I stay consistent with that. I don't want to fall back into old ways, so I want to make sure I'm still standing up for myself at work. And my goal is to make my round to all the doctors this year and, stand up for myself there if need be. So fingers crossed, because the doctor one is very hard for me. So yeah, real quick, just because it kind of relates to this next goal. This wasn't a goal for myself in 2024, but it is something I worked on, and I'm actually pretty proud of myself. As you can tell from this video, I just have a lot of anxiety, and another one of mine is I'm just very bad at going places by myself. I don't enjoy it. I don't like driving. There's a lot I have to do before I go somewhere sometimes, depending on the situation. And this year I have gotten a little bit better at that. I put my big girl pants on and I drove out of state and went to go pick up my sister and was the sole driver to go see a show and then bring her back and then drive home, and that would have been horrible for me in another year or another phase of my life even. So I want to continue that. That takes me to my goal for 2025, which is to travel by myself. I'm proud, I'm happy of the progress that I've made with that. It wasn't even a goal. I just worked on some of it and did, certain trips and events, things like that by myself. That I am moving that in to 2025 and actually making that a goal because I want to continue working on it. I want to actively work on it. And again, that's traveling by myself. So like taking the train to go see a friend, things like that. I really just want to do that. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. And then my ASMR goals for 2025 are very simple. Pretty much the same as last year as well. It's to just, have fun and relax. Try and stick to a Monday, Friday uploads, but continue to communicate if I do not. And I also really want to try and just update my Instagram a little bit more. And I'm not really looking to use, because I don't even update my own Instagram. I'm not really looking to use my Instagram as like another ASMR platform, if you will. Like, I'm not looking to use it kind of like I was in the beginning, like new video out, things like that. I think I want to try and just get a little more personal on there, so just like nothing too personal, of course, but like little photo dumps is what I mean, like what happened during my week, things like that, or even just post a picture every now and then. Again, I don't even do this on my own Instagram, like my own personal Instagram. I don't think I've posted anything in years on that. But yeah, why not? I do want to document things more, like pictures, and why not share it with all of you? I'm not sure if you're following me, but anybody who is following me on Instagram, why not share it there? Kind of like a more personal look into my life that's not ASMR related. So that's a goal. So I guess it's not fully ASMR related. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is sort of my favorites for the year. In the majority of my videos, in the description box, I always have like the song I have on repeats and what ASMR video has helped me sleep or relax. Like the last one that's helped me sleep or relax. I know it's been a bit since I've had an ASMR video there, but I do want to start that back up. But I normally always have like a song on repeat. I just love music. I'm always so curious what everybody else is listening to. So if you're like me and you're like, you just want to know what somebody's listening to, or you want to listen to something new possibly, go check that out. I mean, like I said, every single video, even on this video in the description box, I will have a link to a song that I just listened to on repeat, because I'm that type of person where I'll listen to a song over and over and over until I find another song that I really like, and then it's over and over and over. So yeah, those two things are typically always down in the description box. And this year I decided to make like a 2024 Spotify playlist, so it has all of the songs that I had it has all of them on a playlist, so I will link that playlist in the description box as well if you want to go check it out. This way you don't have to go back and like look at my videos and see what I was listening to. You can kind of get a recap, like my own personal recap of what I had on repeat. I know I could share like a Spotify Wrapped or a YouTube Music Wrapped, but I think this is a little bit more fun, in my opinion. This is what I am every single time I upload a video, so twice a week. This is me saying, yeah, I'm listening to this over and over and throwing it in there for you. So yeah, I listen to a little bit of everything. But of course, I mean, it might lean one way or the other. I'm not sure. So if you're interested in that, just go ahead and check out that link in the description to the playlist and let me know. Always let me know. I always want to know what everybody's listening to. So I don't care if I don't ask that question in the video in the future. Just let me know. I love it. I'm always so curious. Like I said, I'm always looking for something new to listen to, and I listen to a little bit of everything, like I said, so I'm not very picky. And then I'm also going to link like my top ASM artists that I, have listened to this year. A lot of them I think are probably repeats because they're just my favorites. But I'm still going to go down the list anyway. So I have my list here. Like I said, a lot of these aren't going to come as a surprise, but I'm going to say them anyway, and I'll have like either a video or their just channel page linked in the description box if you want to check them out. But without further ado, I gotta start with my girl, Tay. ASMR Insomniac. Her name is Tay, and her videos are so good. I'm sure that you have already seen her or heard of her, but if not, you should check her out. She does very good role plays. I want to say, like, her role plays are just hands down my favorite. She's just very personable, so good at them. You feel like you're just a friend sitting down, and maybe it's not because I'm so bad at role plays, but like, I'm just blown away. Like, I'm horrible at them, and she is so good at them, and yeah, like I said, she makes you feel like you are just a friend, or whoever you're supposed to be, for that specific role play. And they're just so good. Like, her role plays, like I said, are just my favorite. All of her videos are very good. I feel like she has like a good variety too, so definitely check her out if you haven't already. She'll like is very good at like sharing her experiences, and yeah, like I said, you just feel like you're hanging out with a friend, and I appreciate that. That's just, of course, something that's very calming. Who isn't calmed when you're hanging out with a good friend? So yeah, I love her. I love her videos. She is like, seems so genuine and sweet. And yeah, just give her a follow, go subscribe, just check her out. I don't think you'll regret it. Love her. And then I have NattyLou ASMR, and her videos are like lo-fi. Not all of them, but they're just so good. I really enjoy her. Like, I love when she traces like her room tours and everything. Just top tier. She does a little bit of she seems very down to earth. And yeah, like she'll do ASMR outside. Yeah, she just seems so sweet and caring, and yeah, just love her videos. Again, another one, I'm sure you've heard of all these, but check her out if you haven't. Another one you won't be disappointed in. You won't be disappointed in any of these, in my opinion, but yeah, check her out. Love it. Then there is, of course, Lynn ASMR. I have loved her ASMR for years. Just amazing mouth sounds. If that's something that you're into, like, she does plenty of videos, but like her mouth sounds and her like intro, oh, it's just so good. Like, I love her like beep 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 beep, beep. Hi my baby. She does that. Yeah, just another one that seems so genuine and really sweet and fun. But yeah, I love mouth sounds, and she does them so well. So yeah, give her a look. Check her out if that's something that you enjoy. But I still think you should check her out, even if you don't like mouth sounds, because again, she does a variety of videos. It's just, even when she's not trying to do mouth sounds, like, she's someone that I feel like it's a lot of time, not all the time, but it's kind of unintentional too, and I enjoy that. I love the way that she speaks. It's so soothing. Then there is HaleyJean ASMR. HaleyJean ASMR, and she does a lot of, like, she does mukbangs and like a lot of book reviews. I know she does, what are those stories called, where you can, like, it's like a cartoon story that you like follow along with and like choose their path and responses. I don't know why I'm blanking on that. She does a lot more as well, but like, those are like the main ones I'm drawn to, like her book reviews and her mukbangs, but in general, like her beauty videos, things like that. She's just very down to earth, and yeah, I love her sound, I love her voice. Check her out. Of course, if you haven't, check all these people out. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, love her. And then there is Quite Quiet ASMR, and I just love her voice. The way that she speaks is just like instant tingles for me. Instant tingles for me. And she has this like tiny little mic that she speaks into, and it's so soothing. I want to say, I can't even say like what my favorite, like, she could be talking about anything. Yeah, I just love her voice so much. She could talk about wallpaper, and I want to sit there and listen. So yeah, definitely just run over there and see if her voice gives you tingles like it does me. I mean, I'm happy I stumbled upon her interested in, I can just zone out and, like, oh, did you hear my cat, Moon? Just zone out and listen to their voice and still be calm. So, but for sunrise, I can't think that there's anything that she talks about that would be, like, anxiety inducing for me. Like, I know some people do, like, true crime ASMR. I can't do it. I can't do that. Those are the ones where I could, like, zone out and just listen to their voice. She doesn't have anything like that on her channel that I recall, but I really enjoy, like, her reading when she reads books to the viewer. I really enjoy that. I also really love her X marks the spot. Every time she does it, it's so soothing. But yeah, again, really love her voice. The next one I am just going to call Sunna because I cannot say her last name, but she is so soothing. She does, like, a lot of, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic, a lot of, like, healing, like, energy healing, and she has a very pretty voice, like a singing voice as well. Just overall, very relaxing, very visually, like, the tones that she uses in her video, perfect, instantly just calming, and I want to sleep, so definitely check her out. This next one unfortunately took a step back from YouTube this year. She deleted all of her videos, but yeah, it's Lucy ASMR. I believe she's eventually going to come back, but yeah, she just needed to take a step away. I think she still does, like, custom videos. She's active on Instagram. Yeah, I think she does Patreon. But yeah, hopefully she comes back to YouTube. I love her energy. It's very, like, calmly chaotic, and yeah, she seems just very sweet, very calming. But yeah, anxiously awaiting for her to come back, and that is kind of not the same case, but, like, I'm anxiously awaiting for this person to come back too. It's What the Heck Allie, WTH Allie, and she hasn't posted a video in a year, but she does post on her, like, community page, and she should be back soon. I think she's in Japan right now, but yeah, she is just, like, mesmerizing, like, her hand movements and obviously her voice. But yeah, I really love, like, how clicky her nails are, and yeah, she makes her own, like, acrylic. But yeah, I can't say I have, like, any sort of video of hers, like, style-wise, that I really okay? Oh no. Yeah, come in. Are you getting a little overwhelmed too with everybody? Yeah. A lot of music. Loud music, I should specify. Snout. 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 Mahogany. 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 Even though it's not the same word, mahogany always makes me think of In the Office when Andy says it's monogamy for mahogany. Now, don't be alarmed. Right now, you might be seeing a bit of a glitch come across your screen. These are just uploads that are taking for the baselines of the emotions I will be walking you through. So, do not fret, my friend. To make your first steps of life easier, I've decided to code those emotion baselines to colors. Break down. Break down. Break down. Break down. Break down. Break it 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 down. Tweezers. We can even do the ones that kind of have a fancy little tip at the end. It goes. And that's tweezers for you. Volley. 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 And I want you to tell me when the sound stops. Okay, so here we go. Okay, let's do that again. Blue slush. Let me help you. I'm gonna get a little bit closer, okay? You know what I'm going to say, right? I hate seeing you not prioritize yourself. But I figured since I do have them painted, that I'll just go ahead and do a little snapping video. Tonight's video is another dictionary trigger words video. You know the drill, so let's just get started. Our light purple, just need to get rid of that. Here's my where is my brush? Let go of your tensions and your worries. Fretting about tomorrow is not going to change the outcome. Next up, we have chapstick. And it's sort of that, like, welcome. I want to start out by saying thank you so much for 900 subscribers. If you haven't already seen my community post, or if you don't already know, every time I hit 100 subscribers or 100 additional subscribers, I do a viewer request videos. Handbag. We have already done 25 dictionary trigger words. That's crazy. 25 videos, I should say. Maybe I'll stick them in the center. Incidental. Mosquito net. Brute. Triumvir. Minivan. Raincoat. Cleanly. Ear. Yeah, I'm gonna try and just pick some. My eyes are really dry right now from wearing contacts and just in general. So forgive me if I blink super hard. I don't hate the formula too much. It's just the shade is wrong. I've tried. I think it's vanilla, and then this one's light. And I think I need to try fair next. This is very, very soothing. You can expect these to grow in the next 24 hours, okay? Sweet baby. No. You gotta read the fine print before you come in here. Darn. kind of. I did a lo-fi get ready with me makeup video a while back when the power went out, and guess what? The power went out again. A tree fell, same time, or the exact same reason as last time a tree fell and the power went out. So I figured let's just do another lo-fi get ready with me. Back to the blush frog. It's gonna draw the eye, the other eye, the body, leg. That's the bottom of the other leg. I guess I could do like the tongue sticking out, chasing a fly. I wish there was some set in stone process of, you know, how to heal and move on, but there really isn't. I measure you for water. Oh. 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 Very good. Bago, 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 bago. Bago. Bago, 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 bago. Rababoo, rababoo, rababoo. You know which one I'll choose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and turn up the volume on your right ear. Okay, so now it should be louder on your right side. Which sticker will I choose? Did you guess the blue bear? Did you guess the blue bear? Good job. T-Rex. My T-Rex mask. I can wear it like a mask. I'm not gonna put it on right now, but yeah, this I will definitely be keeping. I love this. But yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. It also has silver buttons. Which I definitely prefer and see most often anyway on jean jackets. Diatomic. 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 Expectancy. 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 it up around here. Hold still. Just like magic. Where did we leave off? I'll start with oleander. Oleander, oleander, oleander. Oleander, oleander. And the brother to that one is not building snow castles. He just has a little present and a pipe. Little pipe and a present. And yeah, he also again has the bulbous nose and the ruddy cheeks. Customary, customary. AQ. AQ, 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 AQ. Magisterial. 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 Make work. Make work, make work, make work, make work. Make work, make work, make work. Caulk, 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 caulk. Antagonism. I have some more goo, some Elmer's goo. I'm gonna smell this one. It should be... Oh, it doesn't say the scent. It's Mermaid's Gem. That's what the inside looks like. Why? There's no why. Yeah, well, if the grandchildren are older than your children, something's not adding up. I told you, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work like that in this world. Can you give me 1 second? Hold on. I'm gonna help you. Over your nose. Okay. If you didn't like that present, how about a stocking? Okay. Let's just get some frill around it. And then loop it. And we'll do a straight stocking with a, let's see, a lollipop. And I'm really just looking forward to just spending the New Year's at home with my partner and my dog, my cats, and just relaxing, because I haven't had a New Year's Eve here at my house since I've had my dog. And you know, I mean, he's not a baby, but he's my baby. And I want to like spend that time with him. I don't want to just leave him at home. Okay, now switch the color and only focus on that, okay? Treatment. So I'm gonna have to insert this into your mouth. I'm going to have you open your eyes. I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, open. And that's when I want you to. That's not it. Don't do that. Sweetie. Honey bun. Beep, 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 beep. Welcome. Tonight is another trigger test video. Oh, it's hot. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's black, white, Puerto Rican, and Chinese boys. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's black, white, Puerto Rican, and Chinese boys. This first one is. This is so funny. I'm so sorry. Person. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to hold it together. Here we go. Person 1. Okay, for this next part, I want you to look right at my nose the entire time, okay? Look at my nose. And I want you to tell me when my nose starts